Alright, and so now we come to the main event that we've been sort of waiting for for a long time. I mean, provided, after Brock Lesnar went through his sicknesses, and then when he finally got better, was able to, fight,
Shane Carwin.
Yeah, Shane Carwin.
He survived.
Yeah, so the next match, Brock Lesnar versus Cain Velasquez. Neither of them have too many fights racked up on their records, at least UFC fights anyway. Brock Lesnar's 5-1, the one loss coming to Frank Mir, and Cain Velasquez is undefeated, 7-0. Alright, so let's look at these fighters individually. We'll first start with the challenger, Cain Velasquez.
He's a good all-around fighter. He's got more of an all-around game than a lot of people think. A lot of people see him as a wrestler because that's been his primary focus. But some of his last fights, he's displayed an improvement in his stand-up game.
Yeah.
And one, most notably with Nogueira. But he has a good. He's definitely Brock Lesnar's most dangerous opponent. Lesnar definitely knows he can't take it for granted, like Mir, or I'm not saying that he has, but this will be his stiffest test. I'll actually have some respect for Brock Lesnar, or more respect
if he
can beat Velasquez.
Yeah, the one thing I like about Velasquez is that he's improved with every fight. And it's like he's taking every fight seriously, unlike Brock Lesnar, which, when he came in, he kind of was making things like a circus to an extent.
It's that WWE in him.
Yeah, yeah, it's very much that. But, like I said, Velasquez, he's answered the call of his critics. And in every match, he's been pretty impressive. Funny thing is, the one guy that kind of pushed him a little bit was his match against Chai Congo. I don't know if you remember that fight.
I remember that. He almost got knocked out. But
yeah, but
it was tough. He lasted. He got him.
Yeah, he lasted. Of course, we'll probably do another rant on Chai Congo, because that cat don't know defense, don't even know the term defense or ground game, but yeah, he survived Chai Congo, and he knocked out Nogueira. He's been getting better with every match. So he's a lot quicker than, at least he appears to be quicker than Brock Lesnar. The one thing that concerns me is his reach. So it's like if he's gonna do a stand-up game, he's gonna have to come inside. But like you say, he has the wrestling background, and he's a lot more well-rounded than what people know. He knows a little jiu-jitsu. He trains with American Kickboxing Academy. But yeah, like I said, it's mainly just his reach and his size, 6'1", 240. So that concerns me a little bit. So all right, that's on Cain Velasquez. Now for Brock Lesnar. We already know, 6'3". He's at the maximum 265. He's got to be the strongest person in the UFC and the biggest. So what are we kind of know some of his flaws, but I mean, I was very impressed with his match against Shane Carwin. He took some beatings from Shane Carwin, but he was able to submit him in the second round. What do you think Brock Lesnar has to do to defeat Shane Carwin?
What, to defeat Velasquez?
I mean, yeah, Velasquez.
He definitely has to fight better than he did against Carwin. That's for sure. He can't get caught too many times. But I think the only reason why he beat Carwin, I mean, I give Lesnar respect because he was coming off of that, illness he had, and it was his first fight in like a year, 2 years,
something like that. Yeah.
So of course he was going to be rusty, but he didn't look too good in that match. I think he was a beneficiary of Carwin getting tired. from all the haymakers he was throwing. Now with Velasquez, Velasquez doesn't get tired.
Right. Yeah.
He
We
doesn't
haven't
get
seen
tired
him
in
tire
practice.
out. Yeah.
He doesn't get tired in the matches. So Brock Lesnar's going to be tested to the max. Velasquez, won't take any time off. He's going to keep coming at him.
Mm-hmm.
This will be a true test for Lesnar to see what he's really made of. In my opinion, it's really all about Lesnar to see if he's really worthy of having that belt or not. Because I still have my doubts and questions about him because he's still only fought maybe like 5 matches, and his ascension has been pretty fast.
Right.
Usually when that happens, the ascension will go down pretty fast. So, or you'll digress pretty fast. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but.
All right. So now the big question is, who can take down who faster, or maybe the better question is, who needs to take the other person down?
Lesnar needs to take Velasquez down first, because if Velasquez, can take him down first, the match is over with.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, because Velasquez will be relentless. He'll have that confidence, like, okay, I can take him down. And I don't know how, and really, to be honest, I don't know how he would react to being taken down, because no one's really taken Lesnar down before. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how good, his defense doesn't seem all that great.
No, it doesn't.
And Carwin just pounding on him. He just looked, Carwin just ran out of gas.
Mm-hmm.
But I could see Velasquez, if he gets Brock Lesnar tired, Lesnar doesn't really appear to me, he's not the most well-conditioned.
Yeah, the type that could handle that pressure of having somebody on top of you.
Velasquez can pop right back up. Velasquez will be relentless. He is, I really don't see, even if Lesnar gets him down, I'm not sure if he could keep him down for a long period of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the trend that, other than the Heath Herring fight and the first time he fought Frank Mir, we've seen Brock try to stand up with dudes, and after he takes his lumps, then he's like, oh, forget this, I'm just taking them to, I'm just going to take them down, use my strength and overpower them. Can you see Brock Lesnar getting caught in a submission, if this is the case, or do you think he'll be able to submit Velasquez like he did Shane Carwin?
It's possible. There's a lot of unpredictability in this sport, and especially in this match. But he showed he's taking the sport seriously. He's worked on the submission by submitting Carwin, and Carwin's just tired. Just like, forget it. I don't have anything left. But I don't see Lesnar submitting him. I don't see. The way I see it going is, I think Velasquez will just wear him out.
Okay.
I think Lesnar will just eventually get tired, and Velasquez will be relentless. I think it'll go to distance. I don't think any person will knock out the other, because I think that's one thing that's going to hurt Lesnar, is the fact that he don't really have it. Since he doesn't have much of a standard game, I don't see him just knocking him out with a punch.
Right, yeah.
He's got all that power, but he can't use to his full capacity, because he can't really, punch and knock someone out. Well, he doesn't seem like he has that skill yet, but I see Velasquez just wearing him out and eventually winning.
So, you think it'll go all 3 rounds?
Yeah, well, actually, it'll be 5 rounds.
Or all 5 rounds, for a title fight.
Yeah, I think it'll go for all 5 rounds. Either. Well, I think either Velasquez will win by decision in 5 rounds, or he might win in 4 rounds, or the listener might just give up and just get tired. Seriously, man.
Okay. Everything in me wants to say Velasquez, because he does have the talent to beat Brock Lesnar. And I believe if it goes all 5 rounds, Cain Velasquez will be the winner. However, I think Brock will once again try to just overpower him and try to finish him early. I think it might go 2 or 3 rounds with Brock winning by a technical knockout, just by repeated strikes. I think he'll try to just just hover over him and just try to, not give him any space to move or operate, and just pound him, ground and pound, and try to win by strikes. But like you said, it will be his toughest competition to date. And
if he wins this match, I'll actually have some serious respect for him.
mm-hmm.
I still got, like I said, I still got questions about his overall game. So.
Okay. All right. So there you have it. Our picks for the top 3 fights of UFC 121. Before we sign off, is there any extra things you want to talk about? Any extra fighters you briefly want to mention?
Yeah, I'd like to mention. Oh, Tito Ortiz get his ass kicked by Matt Hammer, his former pupil. Other than that, I'm good.
Okay. Well, thank you for listening to the video podcast, The Way of the Warrior. We'll possibly do something on boxing. Manny Pacquiao has a match coming up against Antonio Margarito, so we'll probably do a real brief preview on that, because that's not the fight that we want to see.
Do we have to waste any time with that?
Just a few minutes.
Is boxing still a sport?
Yeah, it's still alive, barely, but
okay.
Yeah,
we'll Mike Tyson fight next week. You don't box no more?
Mike Tyson's dancing right now with Bobby
right.
Brown.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
But yeah, so we'll possibly cover that, and of course we'll continue to cover the UFC pay-per-views, and possibly start looking at WEC and checking out their top fighter, who is Jose Aldo. But until then, you guys have a good weekend, and see you next time. Peace.